So hi everybody, I'm back. I'm going to be making the first step of my tomato soap that's really good for mild acne. So what I have to do is I blend this first. This is distilled water, and I use 5.2 ounces, no I'm sorry, I use 10.5 ounces regularly of water, but I'm doing a little bit less because the tomato is going to add some liquid to the recipe. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a whole tomato in there, and it's got a little bit of distilled water in there, and I'm going to just blend it. So here we go. So I'm going to measure out my water and tomato now to see how much I have total. And it smells really good. This is a really freshly grown tomato from a local farmer, so it's one of those really delicious kind of tomatoes. Okay. So I have 10.9 ounces, which is a little bit 0.4 ounces more than what I need, so that was a lot of liquid from the tomato. So actually it's 11 ounces. I'm going to pour a little bit of this back. Okay, so I'm at 9.5. So I'm going to have a little bit of a water shortage in my lime mixture, but that's fine. Bring forward my tomato mixture. Okay, so I need to have 5.2 ounces of lye. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into this. And I'm right about there. A few more flakes. Okay. So I have my lye added now, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it up. And so this is just the distilled water and the tomato that was blended, added to the lye, and it's going to kind of just work its way through there now. And I'm going to set this aside while I get my oils ready. Okay, so I'm starting to add my oils in here. I have my first one put in. The second one is going to be coconut oil. And this is going to be, I'm making a half recipe for this batch. So I'm going to be using 7.4 ounces of coconut oil. And I reset my scale so I know how much coconut oil I'm putting in. Oh, and I put in way too much. I'm going to take that out. I'm at 7.3, so pretty close. Okay, 7.4, perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to put on my last oil in, and that's going to be soybean oil. So I'm going to reset my scale again. I'm going to be putting in 15 ounces of soybean oil. Again, this is a half recipe, so I have to be careful because this one's pouring in. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 14.7, 14.8, and 15. Okay, So now what I can do is take my pot off of the scale and turn my scale off, set it aside. And I'm going to be putting in my crock pot and turn my crock pot on to high. Okay, so now I'm just going to wait for my oils to melt. Also, while I'm waiting for my oils to melt, I'm going to get my my lye water in here. The one thing that's nice about using the crock pot to make soap really fast is you don't have to have the lye water and the oils at the same temperature to start cooking them. You can just add them all right away because they're going to be cooking together anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and add that tomato, distilled water, and lye water solution to the oils. It's going to help melt the with the soap. It's been cooking on high for a while now. I got together my mixer. I always use a mixer and just one beater when I'm making the warm process soap. It's really helpful. The stick blenders just don't work well when making hot process soap. So you can see how it's kind of sitting here cooking. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up here. Okay, so you can see how it kind of mixes together again. It will start clumping up again, but it just has to keep cooking. It'll probably cook for about an hour or so, and I'll bring you back for each time that it goes through another step. But right now it's just kind of in the emulsification phase. It really hasn't reached a gel stage yet. So, but cooking will accelerate everything. So by the end of a couple hours, my soap will be made, and the pH will be adjusted and ready to go. So I'll bring you back. Okay, so you can see how it's reached kind of this, it's starting to go into like the gel phase. And when you're cooking the soap, it happens really fast. The stages go really fast from one to the other. They're not gradual like in cold process. So I'm going to mix this up again. I'm going to put my safety glasses on, make sure I have those. It's very important. Phase 2 gel phase, just because of the heat. So I'm going to mix this up again. I am using my blender because it does work better than a stick blender. Sides, because that's where a lot of the heat builds up, and when you're cooking the crock pot, it is on the sides and the bottom. So I gotta scrape the sides, make sure I get all the good stuff off of there, so everything there's even cooking. And you want to make sure you're wearing your safety glasses through this, because you sure don't want this splashing onto you. Anytime you do soap making, any process, you want to make sure you're wearing your safety glasses. It can be very dangerous. You don't want this getting definitely in your eyes for sure. You don't want it on your skin. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend this up. Alright, it's getting very thick. It's very nice. See how thick that's getting? It's just really cooking up nice. Okay, so I'll bring you back. There's going to be some more stages. I'll bring you back. Okay, so we're going into our next phase, and you can see how it's really starting to cook now. See how thick it is? And it's starting to poof up. It'll actually start to overflow the edges. I'm really going to do some intensive mixing now. It's really important that this stays fluffy, and I'm really going to start mixing a lot. So. Okay, so it's ready to. Okay, so it's ready to be put into a mold. So I have a mold here, And it doesn't really matter if it has sides or not, because the soap is so thick that it's not going to run over. This is just a mold that I made. I went to the hardware store and got some lumber and just nailed and glued them together. My covering is just actually white butcher paper. It doesn't have to be freezer paper or anything like that. It's pretty basic. That's why hot process soap is so nice, because it is so flexible and so easy to manage. Okay, so it's going to go into the mold. And you can see how the tomato came through. That orangish red color is actually the tomato in the soap. So I'm just going to spoon it into the mold. I hope this is in the shot. And it's super easy to work with. I'm really glad I learned both ways, because cold process soap is such a pleasure to work with. I really like it. You can't be as artistic with it as you can with the cold process soaps, but when you need to make soap fast, this is the only option. Otherwise, you have a long cure time for the cold process soap that, you know, if you need soap in a matter of days, you're never going to achieve in a cold process soap. So move this aside. Put this here. I gotta move around the mold here real fast. Okay, so I'm going to start spreading the soap out. I'm just gonna place it in there. It's very hot, so when you are working with it, you want to make sure you don't burn yourself, because it's kind of sticky, and it will burn you if you're not careful. So just gonna kind of move this around, get it all where it's uniform size. I have my other end piece here. That's just gonna kind of be a border to break up the soaps, because I will put another loaf of soap in the rest of the mold on my next batch. So this is my soap series. This is my first soap series, and really my first time working with soap on YouTube. This again is a tomato soap. If you want to say soup, I love tomato soup, by the way. But this is a tomato soap, just a red tomato, and it's really good for mild acne. It is available on my website, but all right. So there it is. There is the soap that has been molded into place, and you can see how much it sticks together. I'll show the other end. This is a long mold, by the way. So you can see how much it sticks together and how pliable and easy it is. So this one's ready to go. It took me about 2 hours to make. I'll cut it tomorrow, and I'll start on my next batch of soap, because I really need to get some soaps made. So I'll see you when I cut this. Thanks. Hi everybody, so I'm back. I have the tomato soap ready to cut. I have the loaf right here, and it turned out pretty good. It's been about 10-12 hours since I put it in the mold, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. Do an end piece here. That's the end piece. These will be samples or free little gifts included with any orders. My soap cutter is not the greatest. I was just using a knife, but I found this for, I don't know, I think it was like $20, and I just thought, well, I'll go ahead and try it. It's not so bad. Okay, so there's my soap. There's the first bar. I think what I'm going to do is make these bars a little bit bigger. So I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to adjust the soap cutter because I want the bars to be a little bit thicker. This is a little bit too thin for me. I want you to definitely get your money's worth. So I'm going to make these bars a little bigger. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I just had to adjust this little end bar here. It does have like a little adjustable screws, and I just pushed it out a little bit to give a little bit bigger soap bar cut. So I'm going to try this again. And here we go. Let's see how big. That's a little bit more better. More better. More better. So it's a little bit thicker. So I kind of like it compared to the other one. Not a big difference, but enough to make it, you know, feel like a heavy bar of soap that you want to, you know, invest your money in. So, all right, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep cutting some bars of soap here. And you can see like the red tomato, it came through. There's no colorant or anything in here, no mica or anything. And you can see how the tomato really does color the soap. And so, and then I like about the cold process is it's really great for making natural soaps because there's it's a fresh bar of soap. There's not that lag time of 6 weeks to cure a bar or 4 weeks. So I'm really happy with how this loaf turned out. This has been a tried and true recipe of mine for the past years I've been making soap. I've always had really good luck with it at the farmers markets that I had gone to previously. I'm still looking forward to having farmers markets to go to again. So there's, keep going, keep cutting the soaps. I think I got this soap cutter on eBay for like $22. And there's fancier ones out there, I know, but for right now this will work fine. I will invest in a bigger soap bar as I continue on, but for beginning my journey, this is just fine. Super happy. These are nice bars of soap. I'll have to weigh them and see how much they are. There we go. Pretty cool. Way easier than using a knife. You get a much more precise cut. Very uniform. So that's good. Alright, my last piece. Make sure it's snug in there. Alright, I got a nice little end piece for a free sample or free gift. And bar soap. So my tomato soap is done. I will put this aside. There's my bars of soaps. Alright, so let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bars of mild acne tomato soap out of this loaf. I'm super happy about that. It'll be going with me to farmer's market. I will also be posting this on my website at esoapery.com. If you're interested in buying bars of soap, they go for $5 each, or you can buy 4 for $18. So it's a pretty good deal. It lasts a long time, and it does work great for mild acne or mild blackheads on your nose or chin or forehead without being really harsh on the rest of your skin and drying out your skin. So anyway, I hope you like this video. Thanks for coming along. Smash that like button and check out my website, esoapery.com. And I hope you subscribe, and I hope you have a great day and take care of yourself and do something really, really nice for yourself. Enjoy the beautiful day that's ahead of you because you're a beautiful person. All right, thanks so much again for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.